Bienvenue à Unity San Francisco, ravi de vous avoir avec nous. On commence d'ici peu.
Hello, welcome. I hope you have a great service with us today.
Good morning, welcome to Unity San Francisco. Just so glad that you're going to be able to join us at service this morning. We'll be starting shortly. Hi, welcome to Unity San Francisco. Glad to have you here. See you in a bit.
she
Good morning.
passes, each one she passes goes, ah. When she sways, she's like a samba. She moves so smooth and sways so gentle that when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah.
Miss Nisa Malone.
How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly, but each day when she walks through the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me.
Bonjour, bienvenue à l'Unité San Francisco. Ravi de vous avoir avec nous. On commence d'ici.
Hello, welcome. I hope you have a great service with us today.
Hi, I'm Cherie. Welcome to Unity San Francisco.
morning. Welcome to Unity San Francisco. We're just so glad that you're going to be able to join us in service this morning. We'll be starting shortly.
Can we organize? Marty, because we're going to start soon. Can I get you to stand here? So first Marty, then Tyler. Oh, that's right. Have a seat. You're not on the first line. I'm sorry, baby. You're fine. As long as you know where to line up. So you're next.
Hi, welcome to Unity San Francisco.
Yeah,
Glad
so
to have you here. See you in a bit.
Because we're going to start soon and we're opening.
Bonjour, bienvenue à Unity San Francisco. Ravi de vous avoir avec nous.
Hello, welcome. I hope you have a great service with us today.
Hi, I'm Cherie. Welcome to Unity San Francisco.
Hi, welcome to Unity San Francisco. Glad to have you here. See you in a bit.
Good morning, and good morning to everyone out there. We're so delighted that you've joined us today.
Yes, it is so good to gather as we usually do, even if the way we're doing it is extraordinarily new and different.
And we've been getting a lot of questions about how we're doing this, and just wanted to clarify some things. I'm here in my office at Page Street. So this is my office at our building on Page Street, and I'm here alone. Deanne is...
I'm at home. I am sitting at home in my office at home. And so any of those extra noises you hear are just life happening around us.
Yeah, sometimes the construction next door happens here, and we have to just bear with it. We're trying to do our best with the technology we have, and it's been amazing. Our team keeps finding us new things every day that keep innovating for us. So without further ado, we're going to start today's service with a new rendition of I Am Light from Misa Malone.
But first, how about we go to the sanctuary, Ken?
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do that, because that'll feel better if we sing in the sanctuary. Misa's coming to us from her house too, so she will have a different backdrop, but I want you to all feel like you're at Page Street. So ready, set, go. Yay!
Yay! Here we
new
are.
miracles, new miracles of technology. We're back at Page Street. I'm actually just on the other side of the wall there.
And I'm on the other side of the bridge.
And now from her house, we bring you Misa Malone and I Am Light.
I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. Light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dreams I've left behind. I am light. Light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. Light. I am divinity defined. I am God on the inside. I am a star shining peace over it all. Light. Light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. You are
I am
You
light. You are light. We are light.
You
So as we continue to allow these words of truth to deepen in our awareness, we enter into the prayer field, meeting each other in consciousness, rising up, dropping down, allowing ourselves to be still and know the breath that is breathing us, the life that is living us, the light that we are. Allowing ourselves to be that light more fully, more powerfully, more gently, perhaps, more compassionately, holding ourselves and the world in such compassion as we anchor and recognize the light, the love, the wholeness, the beauty, the grace, and the joy that is always seeking a greater expression through and as our very beingness. Please know this, anchor this with me right now. I am light. We are light. How good it is to come together. How good it is to anchor and remember. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Oh, and please know that whenever we are holding service, the prayer chaplains, even though you can't see them like we normally do in the sanctuary, they are sitting vigil and holding space for all of us in consciousness. Lean into it. So it's time for our vision statement. And in this time, it's even more important. Vision is always important to have, but I know that for myself, because we are in this space, this place where what is coming next is kind of wide open. There's a lot of potential and a lot of possibility there, which is an opportunity and can also be a challenge simultaneously. Vision statements, having a vision, allows us to know what it is and how we are called to be right now so that we are living into what we are becoming. So Unity San Francisco's vision statement is, we are a vibrant spiritual community, honoring the divine presence in all and radiating the unity message through loving service. It's just such an empowering statement. So the invitation is for all of us to stand in that. It's just been such a beautiful time here at Unity San Francisco where there might be this impulse to pull in and become small and contract. And yet what I am seeing and experiencing here and within our community is this expansion, this vibrancy as we are honoring the divine presence in all. It's a beautiful thing, and I am so grateful for all of us. So now I'm going to invite Reverend Ken to come back in and join me. Ken?
Thanks, Deanne. That was helpful.
Okay.
And it's now time for our connection cards. So if you're watching on our website, there's a button directly below our images that says spiritual connection card. If you click on that, a separate window will pop up where you can fill out a card to connect with us. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, in the descriptions, there's a link. And also in the chat section right now, Katie will be putting that link up for you so that you can fill out a connection card. Gets to let us know who you are and connects you with Deanne and I. There's space on it for you to write a comment or to just let us know how you found us and a chance for us to welcome you to Unity San Francisco.
Yeah.
So
if you're a first-time guest, we do have a gift for you. So please feel free, if you give us your snail mail, we'll be sure to send you something by mail. And if you give us your email address, we will send you something by email. And if you give us both, guess what? You'll get two.
Yeah, we just want you to feel the appreciation we have for all of you, that we get to be in community with you. And part of that, when we had services here at Page Street, if you ever attended here, you'd know, was about our singing and our vocal qualities. Misa, who you've already met, is extraordinary. And she's come back here. And this version, though, is a recorded version from Page Street of a community song we sing called Down in My Soul. But you'll get the feeling of what we like to call our vibrant music program.
So please feel free to sing along. It's a call and response. Join us for Down in My Soul.
Their voices. I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I got a new day down in my soul. my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power down in my soul. Do you feel the power down in your soul? I feel the power down in my soul. And the whole world is my
Let's give it up for Misa Malone and our band and our choir.
How wonderful it was to see all those faces. Makes my heart sing. If you'd like to be a part of our virtual meet and greet, we'd love to get video from you. Just saying hello, waving, blowing a kiss. If you've already sent us one, please feel free to send us another one so that we can keep it alive and fresh. You'll send those to office@unitysf.com. Additionally, for Mother's Day, we're doing a special program for Mother's Day. And what I would love is for if you could send in a picture that says mother to you. So it could be your actual mother, it could be you as a child, it could be a picture of Mother Earth, something that speaks and says mother to you. If you could please send those as well to office@unitysf.com so that we can incorporate that into our service on Mother's Day. So Ken is not here with me right now because through the magic of technology, we are able for him to be alone in the sanctuary and for the cameras to be recording him remotely from San Diego. So I'm going to fill us in on the announcements and then we're going to head over to join Ken in the sanctuary. So first up, we have Loving What Is practice group. So instead of our regular Wednesday evening salon this week, there will be a special Loving What Is practice group facilitated by Karen Ray and Reverend Ken. And what a beautiful time it is to come together and to take a look at our own reactivity. Maybe just a smidge. Do a judge your neighbor worksheet, have a conversation about how we can possibly turn around whatever it is that we're feeling inside of us, and that we actually can love what is. So that's going to be this Wednesday at 7 p.m. You can find the Zoom link on our website. We also have Absolute Abundance Metamorphosis, which is starting today. Yay, this is super exciting. Ken was able to get this program completely up and online so that it can happen in a virtual way. So it's going to be a powerful opportunity to look into and expand your own understanding of prosperity and abundance. It's a 10-week course. You absolutely can still register right now if you follow the links on our website, but it's 3 p.m. today is the first class, Pacific time, and all of it's going to be available on Zoom. And then last but not least, we have the Untethered Soul small group salons, which are going to be starting the week of May 4th. So we have 5 different sessions that are meeting. So there should be a day or a time that will actually work into your schedule. It's going to run for 7 weeks. Together, we're going to be reading the book, reading several chapters a week, coming together and having discussion around what it is that we're reading and the application of what we're reading to where we are right now. So if you are having trouble getting a book in time, we were able to locate on YouTube the audio book of The Untethered Soul, which is free. So we have a link to that on our website, so you can find that and you can start listening to the book right away. And it's a beautiful book by Michael Singer. So I hope that you will register and let us know that you're going to be joining us. And now I'd like to introduce Shauna McNulty. She is a new singer for us, and wow, what a treat you're in for as she sings Something's Coming by Leonard Bernstein. Shauna.
Could be, who knows? There's something due any day. I will know right away, soon as it shows. It may come cannonballing down through the sky, gleaming its eye, bright as a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shuck, phone will jingle, door will knock. Open the latch, something's coming, don't know when, but it's soon. Catch the moon, one-handed catch. Around the corner, are whistling down the river. Come on, deliver to me. Will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just by holding still, it'll be there. Come on, something, come on in. Don't be shy, meet a guy, pull up a chair. The air is humming, and something great is coming. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach. Maybe tonight, maybe tonight, maybe tonight.
Wow, thank you, Shauna. That was wonderful. Something is coming. Things are changing so rapidly that we are always on the precipice of something new. And I feel that due date. It's right around the corner, as the song says. I want to give a shout out before we go any further to Cinestack and my friend Will at Cinestack. I am alone here in the sanctuary. Not a soul here with me. But Will is in San Diego, and he's talking to me on the side when I need him, and he's operating all 3 cameras for us right now. So creativity is continuing to unfold is how we bring you the Sunday service. And what I am imagining right now is all of you in each and every one of these seats. The place full, the energy palpable, and how we're really going to have a good time. This is the time of new awakenings, right? It is spring. You can see it in all the plants and the flowers and everything coming back to life. And yet we are experiencing not quite the same physical reality at this moment. So how do we deal with that? What's going on within us? What's going on in our consciousness, in our very beings? What's running your life right now? What are you creating? More importantly, what are you expecting? What are the thoughts that are constantly running in your head? Are you experiencing fear, dread, worry, concern, anxiety? Or are you experiencing peace and creativity? You know, there are moments, I certainly have experienced them in the middle of each day during this time of shelter in place, where I want it all to go back to normal. And then I think about what normal was, and I'm like, well, maybe not quite normal is what I want to go back to, but I feel this anxiety to get things moving, And I want to talk to us today about how to harness that energy, how to harness that creative impulse, that desire for something to create our good. So to do that, one of the things that I always teach is that you have to choose your thoughts carefully, because your thoughts are powerful. Your thoughts are the actual engine that can create your reality. Now, if you're thinking, like I do sometimes, well, I'm not in charge of this. This all just showed up here, and I have no choice in this matter. I would argue that your playing victim here doesn't serve you. And you're playing victim to these circumstances, and when I play victim, I know I am not being who I really need to be for my family, for my community. Our teaching is that you are powerful beyond measure, that you are created in the image and the likeness of the divine, and your playing small doesn't serve you and doesn't serve anyone else. Can you feel into that statement? You are powerful beyond measure. So if you are, and I think you are, and I know you are, your fear is creating, your expectations are creating the results you will get. So what are we going to experience coming out of this time of sheltering in place and social distancing? Is our fear creating the next step, or are we consciously and purposefully creating the world that we wish to see, the desires of our heart, the longing of our soul? There's a quote from Joe Dispenza, and it goes, "Your personality creates your personal reality." Your personality creates your personal reality. And I love the quote because it's so true. Personality is something we put on. The word comes from persona, which means mask. And so when we put on this mask of fear, that's what we're going to experience, the tragedy. But when we can put on the mask of happiness and joy, the personality of gratitude, then we experience the comedy, the life filled with laughter and joy. It may seem simplistic, but personality, as Joe Dispenza defines it, is literally how you think, act, and feel. Now, while your personality may not be your true nature, it is certainly a vehicle that we use in this human experience to create and to maneuver through our lives. You know, personality is an expression of creativity. And we get to change it. We can choose to shift it and to create something different. A couple weeks ago, I told you a story when we were doing a talk on gratitude. And it's a story I found in a Buddhist book, and I loved it. It's called A Truckload of Dung. And I wanted to share it with you again today because I think it's even more poignant today. So these people had spent the day at the beach. They were having such a good time. And when they arrived at home, they found this truckload of dung dumped on their front door. And it was obviously from the local zoo because it was filled with all kinds of animal dung, and it was horrendous in stench. horrendous. And they were like, what is this? What's going on? I didn't order any fertilizer. And so they got on the phone immediately and started calling people, and no one knew where it came from. None of their neighbors saw who dropped it off. It just arrived. And so they called the government officials, and the government officials said, hey, we're not responsible. We're not going to take that on. We're not going to do anything about that. Sound familiar? And they found out that they just were stuck with this truckload of dung dumped on their front step. And so they kept trying to work their way around it. They even, tried, well, let's scoop up a little of it. We can put it in this pot. We'll take it a little bit at a time. And they'd go out and they'd go with it somewhere, and they thought, I'll drop it down the street. And then they noticed how all their friends started avoiding them, wouldn't actually make contact with them because they stank. And they kept bringing the stink with them wherever they went, trying to get rid of it that way. And so one day they realized this isn't working. And they picked up a shovel and they started to do the work necessary to make the changes they needed to make. And one shovel load at a time, they took the dung away from their front step and moved it into their backyard. And then as they got stronger and more determined and set their intention really clearly, they filled up wheelbarrows full of dung and moved it to the backyard. Little by little, they changed their reality. They changed what they were doing. And they even enlisted some friends to help them. And then a while later, it wasn't quick, didn't happen overnight, they noticed how all the dung from the front of the house was gone. And that spring, in the backyard, this is what happened. Everything was in bloom. The lawn, the flowers, the trees. It was turned into a magical place because of the effort and because of the tragedy, because of the thing dumped right on them. So much so that even the fruit trees in their garden were so overrun with fruit that they couldn't eat all of the fruit that they had. The abundance was incredible. And they had to give out fruit to their neighbors and to people who were passing by on the street because they had more than enough and couldn't even store it all. They couldn't contain all that situation had brought them. So I don't have to tell you, I think that's where we are. We're sitting with a truckload of dung, and here we are trying to figure out how to get through it or how to get back to normal. When normal's not where we want to go. We want to go to magnificent. We want to go to splendid. We want to go to powerful. You are powerful beyond measure. You are a magnificent expression of the divine. You are holy, whole, and complete, no matter what is going on, no matter what the outside circumstance. But when we let the outside circumstance dictate how we feel, our emotional state, then that's what we create. Because not only thoughts are powerful, thoughts combined with an emotional realm are truly powerful. So when we can take time to feel in to who we really are and to feel in to the place we want to go, the bliss we want to experience in this new life, when we can step into that realm, the actual things start to be drawn to us. Because the good you're seeking, your heart's desire, already exists. You're not making it up out of nothing. The good you want, the vision you see for your life and for the world, exists in the quantum field. And when you can align energetically with it, with a feeling, your feeling nature, your thinking nature, and your actions in the world, then those things will come from seeming nowhere and land right at your doorstep. So, to really be abundant, to really be powerful, to really be blissful and peaceful, you have to feel into it. You have to let it take over your body. And sometimes you have to let go of who you think you are. You have to let go of the sayings like, oh, this is who I've always been. I've always been this way. I'm blah, blah, blah years old. I'm never going to change now. Well, there's a great affirmation for you. I'm never going to change now. Everybody together. No, let's not. Let's take this moment to understand that for success to show up in our life, you must feel empowered. So how do we feel empowered in this moment? What can we do in this moment to actually empower ourselves? Volunteer, call someone out, call someone up, call someone and say, what can I do to help you? How can I be with you? Even if it's on Zoom or on the phone. You know, the old movie, Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. He's condemned to live the same life day after day after day after day. And do you know how he gets out of it? He stops focusing on himself and starts focusing on other people. And all of a sudden, he's not living the same day over and over again. If you feel stuck, when I feel stuck, I'm remembering that from now on. That's the way out. For abundance to show up on your door, well, there was an abundance of dung in the story I told, but for a different kind of abundance to show up on your door, you must feel worthy. You must feel deserving. You must remember who you are, the magnificent child of God, the magnificent expression of the divine, the magnificent father, mother, son, daughter, friend, that you really are. And to create the life you want, you have to feel grateful. You have to feel gratitude for each moment, because only when you can feel past your circumstance, have a heightened emotion beyond the circumstance you're living in, will you be able to transcend where you are and lift everything up to its highest. Where we're sitting right now, wherever you are and wherever I am, in consciousness and in physical space, we have everything we need. Everything we need to transform this situation and to lift up our lives as we create a future that works for everyone. No exceptions, no exclusions. A seed doesn't look like much. A seed doesn't look like it can do anything. But a single seed planted in the ground or stuck between cracks of a rock can split a boulder apart, can change the soil underneath it, can grow into a mighty oak tree that actually then builds buildings. So today, I'm going to invite Misa in to celebrate with a song that I love called Sitting on a Gold Mine. It's a tune that reminds me I have it right here and right now. Misa?
So many doubts along the way. Felt like life was just another bill to pay, without anything to show. Now I figured out that every day my fortune's always found within my faith, and all I need is to let it flow. For there's no wall around me, only fear has truly bound me, and all I need is trust, and I am free. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. My treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Finally, I'm breaking through so many lies. All those people telling me to run and hide from the truth of what I am. But now I'm telling you, the future's bright. Tomorrow shines like diamonds in the sky. And all I needed was to understand that whatever I'm believing, that's what I'm receiving from the riches that reside inside of me. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. My treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. So don't you listen, never listen to the voice that says you better play it safe, that says you don't have any choice, 'cause you're as gifted as an angel, as brilliant as the sun. Say the word and heaven has begun. We're sitting on a gold mine. Sitting on a gold mine. Our treasure has been right here all the time. We're sitting on a gold mine. Sitting on a gold mine. Yes. Sitting on a gold mine. Sitting on a gold mine. Sitting on a gold mine.
Thank you, Misa. That was wonderful. I love how that tune makes my body feel and how I want to dance. Watching you, I couldn't stop wanting to move. But I'm going to invite us all to take that energy, into our time of meditation so that we can feel into what it is we want to create. As you settle into the chair or the couch, wherever you are and whatever is holding you up, I invite you to breathe into this moment, feeling still the tingle and the energy from that song that Misa shared with us and from Misa herself. And to allow that feeling to become part of your meditation. As you breathe in and out, I invite you to let this moment be whatever it is going to be for you. To have your emotions and your feelings and watch how they can shift with a breath, with a thought, with a clear intention. So as we breathe into this moment, I invite you to imagine what it is you want to create from this truckload of dung. What you want to create out of this time of separation. And what it is you want to feel when you come out. Notice in this future you're living into that you can leave behind the things that no longer serve you. The worry, the fear, the blame. And you can move fully into the world you wish to create, the compassion, the loving presence, the joy that fills each day, the community that surrounds you and reaches out to others with open arms. Imagine the work that fulfills you and sustains you financially. Feel what it's like to get that paycheck auto-deposited into your bank account, knowing that you're secure and well taken care of. And notice how it feels to give of yourself, your time, your talents, your treasure. For more than enough, you give so that others will experience enough. For more than enough, we give so that others too know their power, their worth, their serenity. In this place of bliss and joy, in this place of feelings and change, we rest in the silence. So as we breathe into this moment again, we give thanks for the future that we see, and we give thanks for the unknown that lies ahead of us, knowing that in this moment we are pulling to us, drawing to us the perfect life, the fulfilling existence, the new earth from the quantum field of infinite possibility. And for this, we are truly grateful. Together, we say, thank you. I am so blessed. Thank you. I am so grateful. Thank you. And so it is. Amen. And Ashe.
Thank you, Ken. That was just what I needed today. So now it's time for our spiritual practices. If you're watching on our website, underneath the live stream, there's a button you can click that will take you to a separate page. If you are watching on YouTube or on Facebook, there is a link in the description, and Katie right now is going to throw up another link for you to follow so that you can participate. So the suggestions we have for this week, the first is awaken to my power. What an amazing thing that would be, to actually awaken to our own power. Choose my thoughts wisely. Oh, what would that do for our week if we actually moved from that space of choosing wisdom? Set a clear intention for what I want to create. Intentionality is a very huge component of New Thought thinking, that what it is that we set an intention for is what we are able to activate and create. And the last one is feel into the life I am creating. That embodied experience is so important as to what it is that we are seeking to show up as, what we are becoming. So we also have the spiritual practice here at Unity San Francisco of giving and receiving. And there are many ways that you can give and support Unity San Francisco. You can text to donate. You can follow the instructions that are on the screen. You text Unity SF to 44321. You can also go to our website and you can make a donation there. And you are also welcome to just mail us a check. Now, to speak to you today about why it is that she gives to Unity San Francisco is our very own Elaine Bostwick-Smith. She is the secretary of the board. Elaine, it's so good to have you with us today. Welcome.
Good morning. I've come to realize that there are many things I can't do right now. I can't go visit my mom. I can't physically spend time with my friends and neighbors. I can't even go to the grocery store like I used to. What I can do is ground myself in Unity principles. That's why it's so important for me to give to Unity San Francisco. For me, the innovative ways that Unity San Francisco has found for us to celebrate together on Sunday, pray together, and learn together has been such a blessing for me as I navigate these uncharted waters. I hope you will join me in giving to Unity San Francisco. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Elaine. It was so lovely to see you. I love your virtual backdrop. And please know that we're holding Harriet in our hearts, and we're holding everyone in our hearts. That's what we do in spiritual community, is we anchor and we hold that high watch. You're offering your donations to support this beautiful work that we are all in the midst of together. So I would love for you to call up whatever your offering is. It is, for so many of us, it's not physical right now, it's electronic, so it's not something we can hold in our hands, but I invite you to just call that into your consciousness. We have an offering affirmation, and I'm going to say it once, and then I'll invite you to repeat it with me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I joyously give and receive. Can we know this together, please? Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I joyously give and receive. And so it is. And now it's time to lift ourselves in song. So we have a new version of Grateful. A shout out to Michael Hatfield for making this accompaniment possible for us, and our very own Misa Malone. I invite you to sing out, because even in the midst of whatever you may be personally in the midst of right now, oh, I know that there is at least one thing, even if it's just our breath, that we can be grateful for. Let's anchor that together.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. For it all. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Grateful for it all. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Grateful for it all.
So, as an added surprise, we have everyone back in the sanctuary. I've got my family, Roma and Joshua and JD, and we also have Deanne with us.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you, Misa, for that wonderful rendition of Grateful, and thank you, Alex, for getting us all the pictures of all those kids. That was great. we have a blessing for our children that goes, "You are God's perfect child. We love you exactly the way you are." Shall we know that together? You are God's perfect child.
We love you.
We love you exactly the way you are. And so it is.
So it is.
All right, I'm going to send you guys off. Deanne, it's so great to have you here in the sanctuary with me.
I know, how fun is this, right? The magic of what we can do with technology.
Yes, it's amazing. And I'm going to have to ask my kids to be quiet because I'm recording.
Good luck
This
with
is
that.
real. I'm going to hand it over to you, Deanne, to do this section.
Thank you, everyone. And that's where we are right now, is to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who had something to do with making this service possible, to our musicians, just going to lift them up, to our incredible staff, Reverend Elizabeth with her meditations. Thank you to everyone who played a role in making our service possible. And I'd also like to lift up the prayer chaplains. They've been anchoring consciousness during service. They've also started making community calls. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, you'll be getting a call from a prayer chaplain who's just checking in and is there to pray with you. We're also available for prayer requests. There's a button underneath if you're watching on our live stream. And if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, there's a link in the description that you can click. Please submit your prayer requests. We'd love to hold it all in consciousness for you. We have lots of things going on here, so I'm going to throw it back to Ken. Lots of upcoming happenings.
Yes, you can always go to our Facebook page to find out everything that's going on. The meditations that happen daily with Reverend Elizabeth and Reverend Deanne are at 9:45 and 12 noon, and the links are on the website. And then also coming up today, we start Absolute Abundance Metamorphosis, where we spend the next 10 weeks anchoring in the principles I was talking about today and creating an abundant, vibrant life. 3 o'clock today, it's not too late to join. It'll be through Zoom, and you can follow the link on the website. Then on Wednesday night, we're doing the Loving What Is practice group, and I'm so excited. Karen Ray's joining us to do the work of Byron Katie again. And I got an email last night from Martha Creek, and Martha Creek wants to join on Wednesday night. So if you want to join Martha and me and Karen Ray and do the work of Byron Katie, that's at 7 o'clock. And then immediately after today's service is our salon. You can just follow the link again on website and join us for a spiritual salon immediately following service. And then a small group study of the Untethered Soul begins on May 4th. On the website, you'll find out all the information about that. So
I'm
with
holding
that,
up my crazy book with all my marks on it, Ken.
it is a wonderful book, and we have an audio book that's available for you for free that you can watch on, listen to on YouTube as well. So you don't even need to have the book to join the class. And now I'm going to invite Misa to come back to us again, and she has going to sing True Colors for us. I invite you, wherever you are, to stand and to sing along.
Happy
Misa?
Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday, Deanne.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness inside can make you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy. Can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors
Now it's time for our transformational affirmations. I'll say these statements once and I invite you to affirm them with feeling after me. I use my power to lovingly create.
I use my power to lovingly create.
I choose my thoughts wisely.
I choose my thoughts wisely.
I am empowered.
I am empowered.
I am grateful.
I am grateful.
And so it is.
And I see my true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So we're not afraid to let them show our true colors. True colors are beautiful.